Today I'm going to show you how to put elevating leg rests on a Jazzy Air 2 power chair. In order to do that, the seat has to come off. If you're assembling your chair, you can install the leg rests on before you put the seat on, but if your chair is already assembled like this one, I'm going to show you how to take the seat off first, and then we can install the leg rests. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tilt the seat forward. That way when we do unbolt it, it's not going to fall backwards on us. We don't want that to happen. The next step is to disconnect any wiring under here. A lot of the wiring is going to be secured by zip ties, so I'm going to cut the zip ties so that the wires that are attached to the seat are no longer attached to the base. So we just want to be able to unplug them. So I'm going to trim these wires down here, or trim these zip ties. There we go. Now I can unplug our light cable, and I can unplug our joystick cable. So now all the wires are not connected to the base anymore. And the next thing we're going to do is unbolt the seat from the bottom. So the bolts we're going to unbolt are under here. There's 4 of them. There is one right there, and one on the other side. Then at the front of the chair, you've got one up here, then again one on the other side. And included with your Air 2, you should have a wrench that looks like this, little Allen wrench. That is the size that will fit these bolts. They might be a little tight, just as a heads up. But yeah, you want to undo these bolts with that Allen wrench, and then the seat will come off. Make sure you don't touch the seat once you take the bolts out. You don't want the seat to fall on you. It also helps to have a second person, just for safety reasons. So now I have the 4 bolts out of the bottom of the seat, and now we can remove the seat. So I'm just going to lift it up and then set it to the side. And that gives us access to this plate. This is where we're going to mount our elevating leg rest. So the next step is getting this plate to be installed right here. It's going to go, these 2 bolts are going to hold it on, but this storage compartment is in the way. So we're going to have to take that off. I'm going to move it to the side, and then I'm using a 4mm Allen, and I'm just going to take these 2 bolts off right here. So once these screws are out, then this compartment is out of our way. We now need to remove these 2 bolts. These are 1/2-inch bolts. You might be able to get away with 13mm if you don't have 1/2-inch. You can use a wrench or a socket set. I'm going to use a drill to save some time. But the bolts look like that. And now we're going to take our bracket, and it's going to rest right there, and you can see these holes lined up to where these bolts used to be. Then I'm just going to install these again. There we go, our bracket is installed. Now that this plate is installed, the next thing we're going to put on is these side pieces here. They just slide in, and then to secure them, there is a little hole for an Allen screw under there, but the Allen screw is not installed yet. We have a little bag. There's like a product insert in here, some pins, some of these bolts, you can replace these. And there is also 2 little Allen screws that look like this. So with our 4mm wrench, we're going to install that on the underside of here. Then that'll tighten and then prevent this bracket from wiggling. So I just got it started. I'm going to slide this in. Then we have pins also in this little bag. So you can see the holes here, and then you set it to whatever distance you want. I'm going to go 3 holes out, but it might change depending on your needs. Then those go in, and then we can just tighten our little set screw on the bottom. And then that should stop this from wiggling. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. The next step is to get these brackets here. They look like this. And then you want them to point out to the side, and then you want this middle piece to be on the bottom. So this is the one that goes on the right side. There's one for the left as well, and they just slide in. And again, we have our little pins. And then once you get it to the desired distance, You go right about there. You put your pin in, then it just rests in there like that. You want to do the same thing to the other side. So from here, you can actually install your seat again. I'm going to leave it off just so you can see what I'm doing, but you can put your seat back on with these 4 bolts and then, you know, reattach your wires, zip tie them under the frame again. But so you can see what I'm doing, I left it off. Here's our manual legs. And then you can fold the legs out, and then this calf pad folds out to the side. And essentially we're going to slide this metal pole through here. It goes just like that, and this piece of metal is going to slide through this crevice. So it goes in. You might have to use your thumb and push this lever out of the way. So I push that lever out of the way, it falls down, then when I bring it in, it will connect. Then in order to change the angle, we have this little lever here. Push that forward, then we can change the angle. It'll lock at different angles. And then if you need to swing your legs to the side, you would just loosen this lever here, then they'll slide, or they'll spin to the side. And if you have to move this calf pad out of the way, it'll go up, and then this foot plate will also go up if you need more room through here. So yeah, from here you can just take them off or leave them on like this. But if you need to remove them, you just flip this lever and then bring them out to the side and then lift up. And you can take them off if you prefer to use your foot plate, or if you want to take them off for transport, what have you. But that is how you install elevating leg rests on a Jazzy Air 2 power chair.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.